There are no strings on me.
Hello dreamers, welcome back to a new video. So yesterday I went to see the new Avengers movie. And almost 24 hours later, I still can't get over it. It was an amazing movie. The movie was everything I wanted it to be and even more. I know some people have been criticizing the movie and I understand what they mean. But the thing is that you have to go and see the movies as if they were a piece of a big puzzle. And every movie will be fitting into the overall story arc. So this is more or less what Age of Ultron is. It's a piece of the overall arc. Some people criticize that the movie has too many characters to get a focus on everyone. And that's something that the first Avenger movie lacked of. We knew about Iron Man, we knew about Captain America, and we knew about Thor. But Black Widow, even though she appeared in several other movies, we don't see much about her past and her story. The same thing with Bruce Banner. Even though there's other movies about him, we don't know much about the character that Mark Ruffalo is portraying. And Hawkeye, please, in the first Avenger movie he barely appears on screen. And in my opinion, this is one of the strongest points in the movie, that we get to learn more about the characters as humans and not as superheroes. We get to see into the life of Hawkeye, and personally I was blown away when all these things started happening involving Hawkeye, and I didn't know what to expect. We get to feel how lonely Bruce Banner is during the movie, why he keeps to himself and doesn't want to open to anybody. We learn about why Natasha Romanoff is the way she is, and that's incredible. I personally think it's one of the greatest things Age of Ultron has to offer. The backstory of these characters we haven't seen in their own movie, and that's something incredible. And I'm not saying that Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America are dull characters in the movie. They're amazing. All the actors do a fantastic job in portraying the characters they are. This even includes Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who don't appear as much as I thought they would, but they were really great characters. Even though Quicksilver is not as good as the Quicksilver that appears in Days of Future Past, this one's really interesting, and I like the chemistry between the twins. Ultron was fantastic. He actually wasn't what I expected him to be, but he was in a way better and created a really good Marvel villain, even though it's not my favorite villain. I'm not gonna talk much about the Vision, but he has really good scenes. I like him. Paul Bettany made a fantastic job as him, and actually while I was seeing him, I was actually seeing the Vision from the comics. Like, Paul Bettany looks a lot like the Vision from the original comics. It's kind of like a fun thing to see how the actor portraying the character actually looks like the character. The movie also has some great action scenes. There's action all over the place, and it's done fantastically. Especially the scene that, if you've seen a trailer, you know about the scene. It's the Hulkbuster versus Hulk. Wow. I personally love that scene because it kind of reminded me how my little brother and I fight a lot, and it was fantastically portrayed by Robert Downey Jr.'s commentary. The third act of the movie was incredible, visually stunning. Even though you know the robots are CGI, you can't really tell. You actually are seeing these beings battling in these epic fight scenes, which keep you on the edge of your seat all the time during those scenes. An aspect I really liked about the movie that I think not many people actually talk about is how each Avenger has their dark past, and they have this thing that they don't like to share with the other members of the Avengers, and each other thinks of them as monsters, as something they shouldn't be. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the movie, how you get to learn about the past of these characters and what they've been through, and how they start relating to each other through their emotional weaknesses. Especially the relationship created between Black Widow and the Hulk, that at first I personally thought it was kind of forced onto it, but during the movie the relationship develops really great, and I support it completely. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of it when they started coming up with these things, it really turns into something you get to like a lot. Probably my favorite thing about Age of Ultron is this scene, which I won't spoil, but the Vision does this one specific thing, and there was a collective gasp among the theater. Honestly, I would have screamed if it weren't for all the people who were around me in that moment, but it was fantastic. If you see the movie, you will understand when the Vision does the thing. So I guess that's all for today. If you like this video and you would like to continue seeing what I come up with, click the subscribe button below. Or if you would like to learn more about the things I do, you can go to my website www.hectormanuelias.become-a-dreamer, which the link can be found in the description bar below, and get notified with every update I have. If you would like to see my previous video where I talk about my newest book cover, you can click right here and you'll be sent to that link. Or if you would like to see my first video, you can click down here and you will see that video. Thank you very much for watching, and like I say at the end of every video, to you my dreamers, never stop dreaming. Bye!